Okay guys, we're back with Jolene and we've seen the beautiful hairstyle Pamela did, so we're going to kind of work off of that same basis. Basically to kind of prepare the hair just to fill you in so you don't miss any of the gaps at home. We used a little foaming pomade. If you guys have been in the Paul Mitchell culture and seen Jean Bra, Susie Chadwick, pomade is one of the greatest accessories for long hair, and especially if you're in danger of getting too much product, this was amazing for me just to kind of take it back to clean. Just that little bit of subtle oil helped bring back the hair. So the basic contrast we have here is a kind of naughty, clean lines, using the pomade to kind of groom it in, a little bit of the extra body finishing spray, which I'm just loving. Basically what we have here is a ponytail on the base to anchor it. The kind of thought for this is a kind of off-centered hat, a kind of tipped hat. So the real reality here is if you think of ever buying a hat, you don't just put a hat on your head, you kind of swing it a little bit. So I went with a kind of really far forward, a ponytail to anchor, a second ponytail up top, and then what I'm going to do is bring the edges into the air and find the biggest amounts of length. Now this is a key character. Obviously Jolena's hair could be this long. So the objective of the hairdresser doing this is to get rid of the length. So what I'm going to do is find the longest kind of portions in it. So just kind of stretch through. I'm going to have my beautiful assistant Isabella hold this part. So this seems like the most abundant length. I'm going to pull it down pretty hard, and then all I'm going to do is wrap it around. Now this is going to get covered, so it's not a big anything. It's just to add a little bit of fatness to the shape to kind of produce my little hat shape. A couple of little bobby pins just to kind of nail it in the sides. It's gonna hold, especially on her hair. She has so much hair there, and it's really just getting it secure enough so that we can go in with the extra little wrap that we do in a second. So I'm gonna add one more just to guarantee it's secured. Different textures of hair, I'll give you a couple of tips. Jolena has a real incredible head of hair, but if you had a finer quality of hair, what I would suggest is take a 413 and do a little ruching, which sometimes we kind of think of as back combing. That'll just help add a little bit of fatness. We drop it down, and basically the whole hairstyle happens really with 3 ponytails. I use the 413 just to get a little cleanliness on it so I know it's all smooth before we start. Check that I don't have too much hair down because I only want enough that I can really style with. So that's really the key. And then we're going to come in with the third kind of ponytail. So let me just comb this around so it almost becomes like the human crown. And it can be clean and nice, or it can be a little messy. I'm going to give a little burst of extra body finishing spray, mostly over Isabella. Isabella, with her delicate hands, is going to come in with the final ponytail that just goes over the top of that. Something like that. Let me just pull in that one. I'm going to give a little comb, and basically I check the shape. I'm looking for a little asymmetric hat of sorts, if you will. It's looking good. Then we do something I think is just magical. Just adjust my little top knot a little. Okay. If you want to hit that on our skin line, just lay it in the front there, all the way to the base. Then what I'm going to do, guys, using quite a lot of product here, it's important for me to get this kind of edgy pieciness. You could use a blow dryer if you really wanted to accelerate it. So here's the finished result on Jolene, and I just love it. It's just that little cocky tipped hat, which I love. There's a couple of options here. Once you get the top sort of ponytail over the top, if you find yourself with too much length, you can go in and create a real kind of crazy ruching type of feel that kind of teases it in there and gives you a little multi-texture, so it could be eclipsed and come out much bigger.